It's a show where we talk about the power of your mind
to change your world around you,
to literally affect
the fabric of your reality.
We talk about this feeling of hope
and joy
and relief. And that is what being aware of your flow does. It gives you a feeling of power again in your lives.
Oh my God, you were so on target. You are so amazing. I can't thank you enough.
It is the feeling that you bring forward. It is your emotional connection that really sets the tone for what is going to be happening to you and for you. And you know that feeling when you touch it. It just spreads through you.
Thank you for taking my call. I don't know why I feel like crying. I think I just feel your love.
Oh, of course.
And I think I'm going to get some answers.
I'm Summer McStravick, and welcome to another episode of Flowdreaming. Welcome to Flowdreaming. Hi, everybody. I am your host. I'm Summer McStravick, and you have tuned in to the show, which, by the way, tapes live every week. If you want to find out when and how to reach me during the live broadcast and when it occurs, just visit flowdreaming.com. And it's also, of course, a podcast, as so many of you enjoy. And by the way, some fun things have happened on the podcast end of things. You all, I hope you know that there is a Flowdreaming podcast app where the newest podcasts are automatically downloaded to the app, and then they have great functions where you can search them, save them, star them as your favorites. So it's a nice little thing to have, and it's I think, it's free. It's free, so you might as well. But we just got that finally in the Google store as well. So I think those of you around the world who were complaining you couldn't get it through the Amazon store, you can now find it through Google. So basically, it's now available for all devices. Just look it up. And of course, I always appreciate if you either subscribe to the podcast, because that does really nice things for it in iTunes and the other podcast directories, as well as, leaving a little review if you like the program. So that's what's going on there. Other new stuff, fun stuff happening this month. Well, I have quite a bit on the table because, being that it is the beginning of the year, I just go crazy looking ahead, envisioning, flow dreaming, creating. And the program is about manifesting. So I am living what I preach. That means that I am introducing all kinds of new things right now. In fact, the biggest one is the Diamond Program. It is now open again. So if you're interested at all in working with me this year, mentoring with me, getting private instruction from me, I have a whole program laid out for us to do that together. You also get to be with a group of very motivated, wonderful people, very emotionally, spiritually open-minded, generous, helpful, and we do this course together. So do look at the website for that. I also have another big announcement about something else I'm giving you totally free that I sure hope you can be at. But I will wait a moment so I don't front load it too much with all this blah, blah, blah information. I know why you tuned in. It's for the description of today's show, which is about speaking your truth. And it is a really important topic that I don't know how I've managed to overlook for so many years. It's odd how ideas for shows and episodes and flow dreams come to me, just pop there in my head one day. And I think that seems so obvious. Why didn't I put that together 5 years ago? Speak my truth is one of those topics that I can't believe I haven't done 1,000 times already. Because being able to communicate to flow, to God, to source, to other people, to yourself, that is like, blood pumping through your veins. That's the circulation of energy through the world, communication. And I suppose because I've been teaching manifesting from such an emotional standpoint for the last decade, that I just kind of assumed you all already knew how to communicate those emotions. The communication was built in, that there were no blocks or restrictions or traps. And lately I've noticed, no, actually there are quite a few blocks, restrictions, and traps that have to do with you simply being able to open your mouth and say how you feel and get that energy out there. Because communication, you all know from a flow perspective, is an energy like anything else. When you are passing information from one source to another, that is communication, that is flow, that is energy. In a way, they're almost indistinguishable. Flow, communication, creation, manifesting. You have to look closely to understand the difference. When you communicate, you do so not just through your words, but through your actions, through your feelings, through your emotions, through your expectations. When you're manifesting, you're doing the same thing. You're communicating to the world around you, to source, to the energies, to your future. This is who I am. This is what I anticipate. This is what I perceive. All this together is what, in aggregate, creates what happens next for me. When you change the way you communicate with flow, with people outside of you, with your workplace, and so on, you are actively in a process of manifesting. So speaking my truth is really about being able to say without any restriction what it is you need, feel, observe, require, anything along those lines. So I have a whole list of notes here that I want to go over that will help you examine how good of a communicator you are. And I don't mean finesse with words. That has nothing to do with it. Being able to communicate means, are you saying what you really believe? Are you expressing who you really are? Are you saying what you actually feel? Or are you hindering it with all kinds of shoulds and expectations and I can'ts and restrictions and blocks? Because if you are, that is directly impacting your ability to manifest and create in the world. Instead of getting 100% of that juicy richness, that beautiful energy of whatever it is you're seeking, it's being obscured by a fog of fear or indecision or restriction or can't say that or this or that. So, let me go through this list for you. Well, I'll go through some of this list. I'll break it up. Let's keep it interesting. Start with this question. Am I not speaking because I know I'll meet resistance if I do? Okay, think of any situation. This applies to anything. Are you not talking to your spouse about something because you know you'll meet resistance? Are you not talking to your son or daughter about it because you know they'll be angry at what you say? Are you not asking for what you want from flow because you feel like, no, there's too many other things I have to do first that have to be taken care of or addressed, or I'm not there yet, or you can just insert justification here. In every case, if you're not speaking, if you're not communicating deeply what it is and who you are choosing to keep the resistance. It's choice. And you may not realize you're making it, but you are. You're choosing to keep the resistance. You're saying, yeah, I'm gonna meet difficulty. Therefore, if I don't say anything, I'm keeping the status quo, which is resistance. You're not doing anything to alleviate it, get rid of it, overcome it, work through it. You're acknowledging it. You're acknowledging its power. And I would call that a power leak for those of you guys who've been following me on all the ways we give away our power. And you're staying exactly where you are. Now, how do you think that impacts your manifesting? Right? You're like, yeah, okay. Try this one. Am I not speaking my truth because I'm trying to manage someone else's perception of me? Well, think about it. You're being a little control freak here because you want your family to think you're a good girl and you're following along their rules. You are trying to manage your girlfriend's perception of you so that she'll think you're a good provider and you don't have any problems with your work and you don't want to upset her. You're trying to manage your coworkers' perception of you by not complaining and not saying how you feel that someone is not pulling their weight and they're making your job more difficult. Okay, these are just examples. What you're doing is you're trying to make yourself seem a certain way for some, whatever reason you've come up with. But this is a strategy that backfires because it means it keeps you in a disempowered position. You must speak your truth if you want to break through and be powerful. Flow can only help you when you have laid the groundwork. Flow, remember, let's go back to the basics of flow energy. Flow is a river of ongoing, unfettered, unrestricted possibilities, choices, opportunities, ease. Flow is your life as it unfurls in front of you with all kinds of things there that you asked for. And they're ready for you. They step right in. They're ready for you to pick them up, use them, take them. Flow means there is always a path of least resistance. And this path can still be challenging and exciting and fun. It just means that the more effort you put in, the more you get back, because you're not spending half of your day trying to chip through something really difficult and hard. Now, you make those things, you make those difficulties by not speaking your truth. You create that resistance in your life. How about this one? Am I not speaking my truth because I'm trying to manage someone else's behavior or their potential response? Kind of goes back to, again, if I say this, they're going to say that. I don't want to get into it. I'm afraid. So you are basically, what's the word? You're coming to a reconciliation. You're saying, I can't say what I really want. I can't say what I really feel, because if I do, this will happen. And I'm trying to manage this person, manage the situation, manage their behavior so that that doesn't happen. I ask you this. Why is it your job to manage them? Who gave you that role? Do you think they want you to manage them? Do you even think you're doing a particularly good job now of managing them? Or is it just your own fear? Okay, stuff to think about here. How about this one? Am I not speaking my truth because I simply don't know the right thing to say? I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing. Okay, let's examine this one as well. In fact, let's examine it from the context of flow again and manifesting and creation. I tell my students all the time, talk to flow. You don't have to know the right thing to say. You don't have to know the right thing to ask for. If you don't know the right thing or the thing that you really want, just tell it how you want to feel. Tell your flow what you want to feel like in any given area of your life. You're in your flow and you're communicating, you're emoting, and you're saying, I feel just a sense of richness and abundance, like there's everything spread out before me. I have everything I need. Nothing is off limits for me. It's all available to me, and it's easy to have. It's easy to use. I feel completely unlimited. I feel such intense freedom. It makes me wonder what I can do. That's the feeling I want. Okay, now that's just one particular feeling. You could pick anything. You could pick, I feel financially abundant. I feel emotionally connected. Pick anything. So when you, let's just, again, okay, turn the dial slightly. Same concept, different situation. If you're not speaking a person because you don't know the right thing to say, start with how you want to feel with that person. How do you want to feel with them? Then from there, you can figure out what the rest of the conversation might be like. If you are having family drama, how do you want to feel with your sister? Do you want to feel at ease? Do you want to feel not judged? Do you want to feel like there's no envy? Do you want to feel like there's no competition? Start with that. Start with that feeling. Allow the conversation to move from that point. It's very different than a negative attack point of view. How about this one? I know I keep saying that. How about this one? How about this one? It's because I have a long list here. Are you not speaking your truth because you don't think the situation is going to change? It'd be useless anyway? Really? If you really feel that way, what that's telling you is you have reached a point in a situation where things must change completely. If you don't feel that anything you say will make a difference, then you're acknowledging you have reached an utter and complete standstill, and that the things that are involved in this situation are so immobile so impossible to move that your only option then is to remove yourself from the situation. So acknowledge that. If you don't think anything you say will change it, you have to change. You have to move. You have to go around it, above it, beyond it, get out of it, whatever it is. See, when you start examining why you're not going head to head with something, why you're not really talking through it and communicating and saying who you are and speaking with who you are, it leads you, I love this phrase, it leads you down the rabbit hole. It really does, because it leads you into understanding why. When you understand why, you're going to find a block, a restriction, or a fear. When you find a block, restriction, or fear, you cheer. You say, yes, I'm on to it. I've got you now. Then your next step is to move past that block, restriction, or fear. When you do that, you are in the realm of the advanced, high-functioning manifestors, those people who know how to make things by seemingly snapping our fingers. Now, it's not that easy for us. We know the steps that are involved, but we know if we do them, there's always payoff. It's like going to a casino and knowing I will absolutely get a jackpot if I do this, this, and this. I don't know why people don't do this everywhere all the time. Actually, I think I do. Because you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to do things like speak your truth. You have to be willing to put into it to get out of it. But if you do, your life changes drastically, and you find, moreover, that you have fewer and fewer negative situations. I have almost no negative situations in my life. Almost none. Almost none. I have a couple minor ones that I tolerate because I've made a deal with it, because I get other things from them. But on the whole, after years and years of pursuing this philosophy, pursuing flow dreaming, I can honestly say that almost everything in my life is going exactly how I want it to go and getting better every single day. So that's the vision. That's what your real goal is. It's not just to live an improved and better life, but to maximize every drop of your life in every area. That's true manifesting. Okay. We have a quick break to go to. Before we do, I want to direct you to something on the website right now. It's called the Freedom, Truth, and Power playlist. And I made it to address this very topic. Because when you start speaking your truth, you also start reclaiming your power from situations. They go hand in hand. When you do both of those, you realize I can only do those if I feel completely safe. I have to feel safe in order to speak and feel powerful again, to take command or control to change myself. So this playlist contains 3 different flow dreams that help you do this. It creates emotional safety. It creates physical safety. It allows you to say and speak without fear. Then it allows you to reassess and say, now, where can I be powerful? How did I give up my power to that other person or place that basically shut me up? Because I must have given my power to them if I was silent as a result. It's a great playlist for working through issues like this in your life. You can check that out during the break. And when we get back, I have a few more things for you to gnaw on. We have a flow dream coming up, of course. And I would love to get to your calls where we put flow dreaming into practice. You can see what it's really like when you use flow to create like a real manifestor in your life. Okay, I'm Summer McStravick. Stay with me. I'm Summer McStravick, and you may have heard about my Diamond Mentorship program. Well, now it's changing. Everything has to grow up. That's why I'm taking the Diamond Mentorship program to a new level. I'll be taking a group of you together on a 6-month journey into yourselves, into your lives, as I help you make something spectacular. So what exactly do you want to create? Come into the program knowing already or find it with us along the way. Maybe you want huge, secure income, or maybe it's to launch your own business. Maybe you want a great life partner, or maybe it's to finally be free from unhappiness and restriction. Whatever it is, you'll end the program having created it. We'll make sure of that. We will launch you. Think of it as a mastermind group where you get to know yourself, who you truly are, and what you're capable of. Think total inner empowerment. Think of yourself beyond your fears. As a diamond, you'll work with me through 8 segments of fun worksheets, deeply personalized private one-on-one sessions, monthly flow dreams, and online meetups. I will give you the tools. You'll learn what your manifesting strengths and weaknesses are and how you truly work best with flow energy. You won't make just one positive, spectacular change, but many. So register at flowdreaming.com, and please do register early. I will close the program when it fills, and I expect it to fill before our actual start date. So if you're thinking about being a diamond, now is the time to leap. Just do it. I cannot wait to welcome you and get to know more about you and your life and begin working with you as a diamond.
A private session with Summer is unlike any other reading you've ever had. You can do it by phone or Skype from anywhere in the world. In your session, Summer reads your flow. Sometimes she sees things that are coming or things that have passed. Critically, she reads your present and can show you your current set of choices and help you know which ones flow best for you. Ask Summer any kind of questions. Ask her to look into people you care about, such as spouses, bosses, exes, family, or friends, to see what they're really thinking. Ask her where your energy has gotten stuck or blocked. Because Summer is an expert at finding the core events, beliefs, or thoughts that block you, and together the two of you can shake them loose. Last, ask Summer to craft a flow dream just for you, around your issues and desires. Ask her to put some strong manifesting energy in this area of your life. And as hundreds of past clients have said, be ready for real amazing results. It's not your typical reading. It's manifesting plus intuition. Find Summer sessions on her website, flowdreaming.com, under private sessions. Even people who normally never get intuitive readings get readings from Summer. That's flowdreaming.com. Search private sessions.
Hi, I'm Summer, and my manifesting store at flowdreaming.com underwrites this free podcast. You're going to find so many tools there to help you practice flow dreaming, from individual targeted flow dreams to whole programs to on-demand classes to books and CDs. Of course, the Flow Dream of the Month Club, as well as my mentorship program. Oof, that is a lot. But there is where you can pick up something to practice with. The manifesting store puts your interest into motion. I know you won't stop there either, because once you get there, you'll also discover my free blog and our community discussion board, all about manifesting. That's the manifesting store at flowdreaming.com.
Did you know you can like Flow Dreaming on Facebook? Just search for Flow Dreaming on Facebook and click like to start getting Summer's Flow Dreaming updates. Ditto for Twitter.
You're listening to Flow Dreaming with your host, Summer McStravick.
Oh, hi everybody. It's Summer McStravick. This is Flow Dreaming, the show about how to use your mind to create and manifest, how to get really deep into the world of talking to the universe. You know, that's what we do. We talk and communicate constantly, consistently. We shape our futures. We understand that not only do you have to physically act and create in your life, which is what we all are told to do, but you have to non-physically act and create in your life. The two together is the golden equation. It is how you really make an impact in the world. And so that's what we do. We use something called Flow Dreaming. If you've never heard of it before, do go to the website, flowdreaming.com, and you can find out if you are apparently my 11-year-old daughter has told me that if you're a noob, noob. I know that sounds kind of like a weird word, but that means you're totally new to it. Go there and there's a bunch of free resources for you. The other thing I want to tell you about really briefly is, I'm going to be giving, a free seminar in February 1st. It's called The 4 Most Potent Ways to Get the Universe to Listen to You and the 5 Reasons Why You Might Be Being Ignored. I'll be sending out a registration form for this in the next day or two. And if you're listening to the podcast, it's probably already gone out. So what you'll want to do is get on my newsletter so that you can be sure to get a notification of it. I do need you to register because I need to know how many phone lines to order for the event. It's absolutely completely free. It's probably going to be an hour to an hour and a half, and it's going to be full of techniques, live flow dreams, as well as a good amount of assessing to figure out, what are you doing that is getting you ignored? Why isn't it working for you? As well as, of those 4 ways, which ones do you do best? Which one should you practice more on? It's to really help you hone your skills at creating, manifesting, and so forth. And caveat, one last thing. You'll also notice that unlike last year, I'm not teaching my monthly classes, like I used to. And that's because I've really had to choose to limit my time and focus to the groups of people that I now work with. My Sapphire group, my Diamond group. I work with them, teaching them classes every month in getting deeper into this art of creating, manifesting, and flowing. So I'm trying to still offer you some good, free, information, content-rich seminars. And this is the first of those, the 4 most potent ways to get the universe to listen to you. But they will only be coming around very sporadically. So do try and come if you want to deepen your knowledge and, frankly, just make a damn better life for yourself. Okay. 1 or 2 more things before we do our flow dream and calls. A couple of things that I touched on before we went to break but didn't quite finish up was the need for emotional safety. And I mentioned that that's in the playlist, but let me just continue on with that a little bit because I think one of the biggest reasons, the biggest questions, am I not speaking my truth because ... It's because you feel that you'll be placed in a position where you're not emotionally safe, right? Not just personally safe. I don't mean physically safe. No one's going to hurt you or hit you, or I hope they won't, but you'll feel emotionally exposed. It is hard to say who you are, what you need, if you feel emotionally exposed in an unsafe environment. This is where flow comes in. This is where you should be flow dreaming. You should be talking to the universe and preconditioning, pre-acting. You guys remember pre-action? You are pre-acting into your flow. I'm emotionally safe. I'm in a place in my life where everything is coming together for me, where I can speak, where the road is clear, where I'll be responded to well in a healthy ways, where in fact the response is going to be, why didn't you say this sooner? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful you brought this up. Oh, I've been feeling that way too. I've also been too afraid. I'm creating, I'm flowing in that situation, that feeling. Now, flow dreaming paves the way. Remember, flow dreaming is how you create, like an architect, a blueprint for future situations, for what will happen in your life. This blueprint will include the most ideal way, place, time, situation, people involved for you to speak your truth. If you closed your eyes and you imagined the very, very best way a conversation could go, that is what you put into the flow. The very best way. I bet you even have trouble doing that, huh? Because all of your doubts immediately want to pile on. Well, it won't happen that way. Well, you can't expect that. Well. No. The very best way. The way where the other person or people or company or place involved says, oh, we've been waiting to hear that. Oh, I really wanted to know that. Oh, yes, this is exactly what is going to work for all of us. Ooh, how can we take care of this? I mean, just go for it. Program that in. If you don't, nobody else is going to do it. You better do it. This is being very proactive preactive in your life to do this. Most people just sit around waiting for something to happen and then jump in and see what, they can make of it in the moment. I mean, there is no foresight. There's only perhaps dread and anxiety going up. That is not what we do as manifestors. We feel how we want things to go. We feel it beautifully. We create it. We task the universe with putting it together for us. Put that condition together so I can have this conversation in a way that creates the biggest catalyst for change, improvement, income, love, whatever your goal is. It makes an enormous difference. And if you've never tried it before, try it. You will only prove it to yourself. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a flow together. We'll do a flow dream together. And then I'm going to go ahead and get to some of your calls. Okay. Now, this flow dream is going to be a little bit like Speak My Truth, which is the beautifully recorded flow dream that's available at flowdreaming.com. That's the one that you want to grab and put in iTunes or put in your phone and listen to and get yourself, and by the way, Speaking My Truth, it allows you to focus in on whatever particular situation you have in mind. I've created it to be both general and specific at once. So this flow dream is kind of like a riff on that one to give you a sense of it, a taste of it, okay? Reminder, flow dreaming is not meditation. It's not affirmations. It's not creative visualization or hypnosis. It's its own animal, and it's fantastic. You want to bring your emotion into this. You want to relax and focus and completely let go. So you want to close your eyes and listen to some gentle music. You want to feel yourself as if you were in a rowboat and you're on a beautiful ocean of light. This ocean has little rolling currents in it, nothing too big, but it's not a glassy standstill either. It's just light in motion. And your rowboat is being brought forward. You're being carried. You're being guided. You're being led. You can feel the gentle rocking. Maybe your body is gently rocking. The gentle rocking that's helping you relax your shoulders. Relaxing your stomach, the jaw. Your rowboat is very cute, it's snug, it's safe, it's warm, it's absolutely unsinkable. It always keeps you upright, warm, and dry. Likewise, this energy around you isn't water. It's flow. It's information. It's made of all the people and events in your life. It's made of universal energy, God's energy, Source's energy. All flowing forward into your future, into everyone's future. If you look around, everyone's there. Millions of other rowboats, everybody's moving along their own path, their own current. The one of least resistance that's filled with ease and bounty, where they're constantly being given all kinds of wonderful things in their life. They're being given a day every day. What a gift to be given a day. A day in which you can create, construct, and become anything. You're being given a sequence of days, a week, a month, a year. You're being given a lifetime. What a precious gift. What kind of loving creator would bestow that? Day after day for you to see who you are, to feel things, to love, to create, to get to know yourself. What a precious present. And in response, you say, yes, I recognize the preciousness of this. And I will do everything I can to extract from each one of those days all the beauty, all the love, all the creation I possibly can. And I recognize that in order to do that, I have to stay in constant and complete communication. Not just with you, Source, and Flow, and God, and my greater self, but with everyone and everything in my life. And that's when it's opened up to me. It's revealed. I have to stay in communication with everything in my life. That means a workplace is a thing. A car is a thing. A home is a thing. An organization is a thing. I have to be in communication with it. I have to speak my truth with it. I have to always let it know, here is who I am and what I am, so that it can best respond to me. And the cloudier I am, the hazier I am, the more obscure and afraid and withheld I am, the less it has to go on, the more it has to guess and wonder. And often it gets it wrong, because I'm not being authentic. I'm not being pure. I'm not saying and sharing. I'm not exposing myself. And it's true as well when I look at the people in my life. The same is true there. No wonder I've had problems with them. Instead of being open and clear and sure and expressive and strong and confident in my feelings and accepting of theirs, at some point along the way I started to hide. And I didn't speak. And I closed my mouth. Perhaps I even closed my eyes and my ears. Perhaps I made a bargain. Perhaps I realized there's something I had to protect inside me. And I can see exactly now how that's created everything in that aspect of my life ever since. Of course. And that's what I realize. My mouth is opening again. The tape is coming off. It's becoming unzipped. Oh, how free I feel, how light I feel. I wonder what this means. As I begin pouring out toward this person or place or thing, my truest expression. And to make myself feel safe doing it, I'm going to pour it out in my flow first. I'm going to create this energetically first, so that the rest of my life can listen and hear and respond and then create a physical version for me. So I do that right now. Here's what I feel. Here's what I say. Here's what I think. Here's how I want to feel. Here's how you can help me feel this way. Here's how I can help you. And if you don't like it, that's for you to deal with. If you don't want to hear it, well, that's for them to deal with. Give them that opportunity to wrestle with things they don't want to hear or they don't like. Give them the opportunity. They're a soul too, wanting to grow. Do them that favor. And as you feel the strength inside you, you recognize, it is time to speak my truth. To say what I want. And with that, you return from your daydream and you open your eyes, feeling strong and clear and purposeful. Now there you have a sample, an example of what speaking my truth feels like in flow. If you liked it, go visit the website, flowdreaming.com, pick up the beautifully recorded version or the entire playlist. We have a quick break to go to, last one, and then calls. Thank you guys for waiting. I'm going to get to you right after this.
Hey, Sapphire. Oh, wait, you're not a Sapphire member of my mentorship program? Well, maybe you don't know what that includes. I'm Summer McStravick, and I know you're listening to this podcast because you're discovering real, valuable tools to help you manifest better in your life. You're also learning to look at the world like a manifesting practitioner does, like me, meaning everything is energy-based. Everything can be constructed, impacted, or changed. So why not go a little further? Sapphire Mentorship means making a commitment to really learn about manifesting and using flow energy. You'll be part of a self-paced, on-demand, online program that teaches you how to really use flow in your life. Plus, there are a ton of other great tools Check it out at flowdreaming.com. You'll discover a group of like-minded people who, just like you, want to see what they can really do in their lives. That's flowdreaming.com, the Sapphire Mentorship Program.
Hi, I'm Venus Andrecht. I'm Summer's mother, and my show, The Dear Venus Show, airs right after hers. Sometimes I talk to dead celebrities or otherwise look into the great beyond, and I always do on-air readings for you, my callers. What can I do for you when you have a private phone reading with me? Well, I'm a medium, clairsentient, clairaudient, an empath, a telepath who can tell you what the people in your life are thinking, and I'm a clarifying counselor who can also look clearly into your life. I also work with good energies to help things change for the good in your life. You can find out more about me at my website, godisalwayshappy.com. That's godisalwayshappy.com. So come and see me after Summer's show. We're a lot alike and very different. Guaranteed you won't be bored.
Too busy to flow dream? Or do you just sometimes forget? It's easy to get so caught up in living that we forget the bigger, deeper, more important things, such as being aware of our flow. That's why Summer introduced the Flow Dream of the Month program. Start and stop whenever you want and enjoy the first 30 days and a flow dream free. Each month, Summer sends you a new flow dream to work with as she moves through carefully chosen areas of our lives. Be surprised, be challenged, be delighted, and be reminded. Your flow is the deepest you. Commit to it. Check out the Flow Dream of the Month Club at flowdreaming.com today. Bask in the glorious, soothing voice and music of Summer's Flow Dream Meditations. These meditations are unlike any other you'll find. They're active meditations. They're packed with energy, real power, and yet you can gently fall asleep listening to any one of them. Each Flow Dream meditation pours good emotions and energy into your subconscious as you sleep or meditate. You can choose from a variety of focuses, from dazzling self-love to overnight riches. Try a few and see for yourself. You can find all Summer's Flow Dream meditations at flowdreaming.com in the Manifesting Store.
Manifest your life with Summer McStravick and Flow Dreaming.
Welcome back to Flow Dreaming. Hey, let's get to some calls right now. Cindy, you are calling from Texas. What's up? Hi, Cindy. Hey. Tell me what's on your mind. What can I help you with?
I think recently I've really been struggling with trying to decide where my place is in life, as in, like, what to do for a career.
Mm-hmm.
I guess deciding on that.
Yeah, which way to go.
Yeah.
So, what have you been doing up until now?
I've been working in a retail store.
You've been working in, did you say the retail
Yes.
store? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, trying to see what your direction is. Do you have a boyfriend? Are you married? Girlfriend? Anybody?
No.
Okay. Yeah, because when I looked at you from a career standpoint, looking at your energy, I feel like you actually have a couple of areas. It's not just career. It's also tied in with a relationship, with perhaps being a mother. You have a sense in you of, when is my life going to get started?
Yes.
When will I get married? When will I? Uh-huh. So it's just to say it's just your career, your direction. I mean, it's the whole package that you're feeling like nothing has come together yet. And you see other people and they're engaged or they're getting married. Mm-hmm. They feel it's like they're getting their emotional lives on track, progressing to the next point. It's making you wonder if you got stalled out somehow, like an engine that just stalled.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly
exactly how you feel. Right. I'm looking at you, when you're in retail, it's kind of like, it's just a place. It's like a place to be, a thing to do, a placeholder. It doesn't mean anything to you. Okay. Let's see here. What I would suggest, being in your position, is that when you go into flow, here's how you talk to it. So close your eyes with me. This is how I would manifest if I were you. I talk to my flow like this. I know I've reached this point where I've skidded to a stop. And I'm done with that. I'm ready to take the next step. In fact, I feel it. It's like my legs are lifting, like I'm leaping over something big and broad, leaping into the next phase. I can feel the jump. I can feel the air. I feel the energy around me. I am jumping into the next phase. And I'm no longer asking why or how I got caught in the last phase. I'm simply moving out of it. And what I'm starting to see in response to that, what energy, what I'm feeling, is that new opportunities, things are starting to present themselves to me that weren't there before, but they're here now. They're offering themselves. And this might be some dates, some new people in my life. This might mean some new opportunities for work or career, or maybe getting some training in something. I don't know. But it's pushy. It's pushing its way in. It's not going to let me overlook it or go past it by accident. No, it's going to get right in front of me, grab me by the shoulders and say, hey, you, pay attention. Because that's what I want. I want it to grab me. I want that feeling. I want it to make itself known and say, hey, try this for a while, because this is what's jump-starting me, and I can feel it. Like a little spark plug. I'm being jump-started. I'm being, boom, like that car engine going on, getting that battery going again. That's how I feel. And once I'm rolling, once I feel that sensation of rolling again in my life, then I can start asking, well, which is the right thing to choose? Or of all the things that have come to me, which direction in particular? Because I know stuff is going to be coming in once I get that rolling movement again. That's what I'm asking for right now. That's what I'm feeling right now. Okay, so open your eyes with me. What we did was just a really precise feeling sensation in your flow. You need to be restarted. You need movement. Once you get the movement, then you can start looking around and judging and evaluating and saying, yes, this, no, not this, yes, this, no, not this. It's like a conveyor belt, and suddenly it was empty and just nothing was coming along. But we started to say, hey, kitchen, put some dishes on that conveyor. Let her at least have something to pick from. So that was the point of it. And I think that will help you. If you concentrate and focus on that energy, try to do it every day for a minute or two, okay?
Okay.
All right, Cindy, thank you so much for your call today. Hope that helps. All righty, bye now. Is your name Keosha? New Jersey? Hi.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Oh, good. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. I hope I got it right.
Yes, it's all right. It's Keosha.
Keosha. Oh, okay, cool.
Hi.
So what is happening in your life?
Well, I'm ready to go bigger. I've been taking action. I actually just left school.
Okay.
I spoke to you maybe a couple months ago, and I took your advice, and I took action. I went to school, and I realized that's not where I need to be. And
okay.
I want to be more decisive. I want more clarity. Can you look into me about income? I'm taking a leap of faith and just listening to what's inside of me, and I want to do something in reference to my passion. I love writing, but at the same time, I don't have any income coming in. I still haven't found a job yet. So can you look into my flow about gaining an income and starting to do something with my passion, because I want to be bigger. I still live at home with my mom. She's been helping me, and and I don't have anything financial yet, I feel so beautiful and completely in flow with myself as a person inside. But the only thing that I need to manifest and work on is gaining a stable income and doing more fulfilling activities of what I love.
Yeah, so action, action, action. And I guess you've been following my Going Big newsletters, huh? Yes. Yep. Okay, so you know what the hallmarks are. Looking at you, I'm glad you took action. I'm glad you went to school, and I don't even mind that you've dropped out, because the reason is you're trying things, you're testing things, you're sampling things, right? It's like going down a buffet table and saying, that looks tasty, and then you go, ooh, no, actually it looks better than it tastes, right? That's you in life right now, going down the buffet table. Okay. And it's like you continuously, you're still, oddly enough, in some of that same place. You need to continue to sample. You need more action. Again, okay, if you like writing, I know that you don't want to take a formal school program, but you might consider some writing group, something that's less formal, something online, a group of writers that you could join and experiment with. What I feel with your writing is that it's going to be developmental. It's very personal for you right now. It's emotional based. But as you get older and more experienced with it, you're going to be able to communicate outward to more people in better ways. So, but it's something that you need to start now. Take that action now to start growing it.
So as far as I have a question in reference to my writing, because I really don't have a clue of how to go about doing it. Would formal be the best route, or just go into the more intimate, like writers group, which I was considering doing?
Mm-hmm. Either way. I mean, writers' retreats are wonderful, but you've got to have the cash to spend on those. Okay. If not, enroll yourself in writers' workshops, things that aren't so academically, you don't want to get yourself in a class where you get an A, B, C, or D, because that you rebel against that. You don't like that. It's going to make you feel less likely to write, not more open and free. Yeah. So as long as it's something where you can explore without penalty of grade, that's going to be your ideal environment for that.
Okay.
Just based on you, how you look, how you feel. As far as getting out of the house, as far as working,
yes,
I need to see you canvassing places. You need to be saying, where can I go that I have an interest in, that I enjoy? What do I have an interest in? What do I enjoy? You have to start canvassing. Give your flow more to work with. Boy, the last two of you, you guys are all on the same theme today. That often happens, oddly enough. It's like everybody's energy, like, boom, comes together. You will.
Okay.
You will find this. You're not stuck. Okay. Like our last caller. You just need to taste more and not worry so much about the process. You will move out of this period, I think, within another 6 months. You're going to find yourself doing something and just go with it. Okay, Kiyosha, thanks so much for your call.
So much. Okay.
Bye now. Take care.
Bye.
Leslie in Seattle, you're just going to have to hold on till the next show, or you can always stay, because right after this show airs live, the Dear Venus show also airs live. That is my mom's show, by the way. So if you would like to hear a mother-daughter team of intuitives, and she manifests and creates as well, then stick around for the Dear Venus show. Or you can find both of us, of course, on iTunes, like I mentioned earlier. So I have a full roster of shows planned for this year. I have so much. We're going to be covering so many different areas. I know the Going Big series has been pretty popular, and I still have a few more articles to write about that. Again, that's through my newsletter. I've been calling out the hallmarks that I see in people when they're kind of on the point where they're going to move into a whole new place in their life, when they're going to jump up a level. I've been doing a lot of examining this year, particularly because of my sapphires and diamonds. I've really been seeing people move and change, and then sort of cataloging all the points where I see them do that. It's kind of like with the live webinar that I have coming up in a few weeks, where I'm sharing, the 4 ways to get the universe to listen to you. Things I have seen, discovered over and over that I know work. Anyway, all of that will be coming at you in the year ahead through my newsletters, my podcasts, my Facebook page, my live webinar, and of course the Manifesting Store, which has all the support materials you need to pursue this fabulous, fantastic, and beautiful art. Okay, my love to you all. Take care. I'm Summer McStravick. Until next time.